My first record, the first record I released was more like clubhouse. It was back in the year 2000. And yeah, it was like, I don't know if anybody likes Lock and Load with their tracks. I don't know if anybody knows their songs, but yeah, it was clubhouse, you know, like Show Me Love, and that kind of time it was released. So it sounded a bit like that, yeah. I became part of the Two Room family when I did my remix for Mark Knight's track Party Animal with Luciana, I think. And that's about like 11, 12 years ago now. I don't remember, but it's a long time. My biggest icons and my biggest examples in dance music back at the time, who made me do what I do now, are Dutch guys called Michel de Heij, Ronald Molendijk, DJ Dimitri from Amsterdam. Those are guys, let's not forget Sander Kleinberg as well. Those were the guys who made me do what I do now, you know. Also my sound, the sound I produce now and play, it's still got a lot of influences from the guys back then, you know. It's all tech house, a little bit of techno influence. The moment that I was sure that I was going to do what I'm doing now for a living was in the year 2000 when I had my first release on, and it immediately came on the Sensation White CD, compilation CD, the Sensation parties in Amsterdam, they did those CDs. And that was the moment, you know, I was playing soccer at a high level just before that, you know, doing the national youth squads of Holland and playing for Sparta Rotterdam, which is a professional club in Rotterdam as well. And yeah, but you know, at a certain point, you get on the age that you're clubbing a lot, and trying to become a professional player and clubbing, it's not going together, you know. So it ended there, but right after that, I released that first tune, and yeah, that was the moment when I wanted to become a professional DJ and producer, yeah. It's very hard to describe my style as a producer because, you know, as long as it's funky and there's a lot of groove in there and acoustic samples being used and a lot of bass, and when one of my tracks or one of the tracks I'm DJing with, if it has a lot of like low frequency bass lines that you feel instead of hear, then it's my sound, you know. As long as there's groove and like the girls are shaking their ass, then it's good. Best advice for young producers and upcoming talents is first, don't do it for the money. You know, if you want to play somewhere, DJ somewhere, don't ask for like 300 or 400 bucks right away. Play as much as you can, you know, and along that, make a lot of hours in the studio. Like when I was young, every spare 3 minute I had, I was like making music, you know what I mean? So that started with 3 hours a day after school. And then I got to training, football training, and then I got back. So it was every single hour I was practicing. And obviously you need a little luck, everybody knows that, but you have to make luck as well, you know, just work your ass off. Also, social media-wise, you know, times have changed. You need to be there as well. You know, all the social media, all your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, you have Snapchat these days, you know, they all have to be like correct and punctual, you know, and precise, and you have to post there every day, and it needs to be relevant as well, like movies from your studio, movies while playing or whatever, you know. That's very important, but you can also make mistakes when you send labels your demos, you know, or DJs your demos via Facebook on a direct message. I get a lot of direct messages with tracks. Listen to my demo and tell me what you think. And I'm not too tired to listen to those demos, but it costs so much time. When I'm working in the studio and I get a demo on Facebook, I listen to it and I go further because I have a lot to do. So the best thing is just send SoundCloud links to A&Rs and give it 2 weeks time, because A&Rs of the bigger labels, they're not going to answer within a day, you know, most of the times. So basically it's about a lot of having patience and work your ass off, and don't do it for the money. And then let your talent speak. And if your talent is there and you do all the things beside that, like hard work and everything I told you, then you might have a good chance to really make a job out of it. Yeah.